take a long pause like that, I know that what you're about to say is probably going to be flat out horrible. At the very least, withering, and will probably leave permanent scars that no amount of therapy will be able to erase. But that's fine. Just so you know, I want you to feel free to be absolutely honest. Since the last story I sent you, I am, with the help of that therapist, daily meditation, and general efforts on my part to acquire thicker skin, I am much better able to take criticism and to really hear it. So please, be absolutely frank, brutal even. Ignore the way that I have reacted in the past. I acknowledge that when I told Paul that his criticism of my work was the equivalent of anal rape and the continuation of America's new colonial attitudes towards all things Middle Eastern, that I was clearly overreacting. That's the old me. Part of the reason for me sending you this story is not just to get your feedback, yet again, but as a sort of a test to prove to you and to myself that I am able to really hear your evaluation without throwing a hissy fit or bitching or accusing you of whatever in the rest of our relationship. Like that ridiculous sleeping around accusation. And again, my 100th apology for that. I'm actually kind of excited to take this new me out for a test drive, especially if you don't like it. Hell for me is no longer when somebody doesn't like something I've written. That's actually the chrysalis phase, so to speak, when the caterpillar, the story that you're holding, can be improved upon and turned into a glorious butterfly that flits from one grateful reader to the next. So please, frankness. Otherwise, how can I truly believe you if you genuinely love the story?
Why are all your stories always about the same thing? It feels like you have the same characters in roughly the same situation, just same location. Is it this past 4 or 5 stories?
Okay.
Captain Variation talked to me. I've seen these characters. Exact same setup.
Okay. All right.
You have the ball breaking kid, who's used an Arab woman, sometimes not, and if they are God, who's nebbish.
Nebbish?
Weak, effectual, always undermining his sexuality in some way.
Really?
Yeah, I could buy an Arab guy, I'd be really insulted. As an Arab woman, I'm mildly insulted, but I'm not perfectly fond of seeing my men being slammed like that. She looked at his strictly member in its post-coital state and wondered what she ever sweat in the first place. What is up with you? If your Arab man problematic genitals, he's like a constant in your smoking.
I'm describing what happens after sex to any guy's equipment. How that becomes
There's
a metaphor.
always something wrong with your protagonist's penis.
There's nothing wrong with it. It's what happens. She just latches on to the post-coital sagging as a sign to where she thinks the relationship is going.
The Arab guys I've been with have had very nice experiences. Thank you very much.
Okay, we don't have to bring up your past relationships yet again. My God. Can't believe you just used that as an excuse to talk about your old boyfriends.
Really, the self-loathing is too much. Did you discuss this with your therapist? I think you should.
And by the way, I hope that you're including me in that assessment of penile satisfaction, yes?
And the woman is always having an affair behind the guy's back. She's a ball breaker, a bitch, a cheater, always cutting the guy down.
You've applauded my championing of Arab women.
No! I'm sick of these fictions of quote-unquote strong women who depend on their lives.
No, I happen to like strong, independent women.
No, you don't. You fear them. That's why they come across suspicious. And it's always at the expense of their pride. So either comes across with distorted view of the whole culture.
Okay, wait a minute. Are these reservations that you have with the story, with its point of view, but which on the whole you like, aesthetically speaking, craft-wise and everything else?
No, 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 no. No. I want to be honest with you, but no. It's kind of rubbish. It really is. It's kind of rubbish. Which makes me reevaluate other things you sent me. I don't know if it was because we just started seeing each other and I'm still infatuated, or I just misread your passport, but in the cold light of 2 years later and much viewing of post-coital sagging, if you want to go there, your stories are starting to seem like they're missing a big central something. Either they're not what they used to be, or they just never were. To be frank.
Okay, thank you. That's the frankness that I was looking for. Can you hold on 1 second?
Nathan? Are you still there?
I'll be right with you.
What was that?
Oh, it's that cute little animal that I bought for you that you didn't want to keep. I ended up naming it after you. Hello, Shadia. Say hello to Shadia in Cairo. That's your mummy. Yeah. But she didn't want to keep you, because I guess you're just not good enough for her. Very critical, your mummy. Not loved, but I love her.
You know what is in the past 4 or 5 stories?
What?
I'm trying to find a way to keep it delicately.
Well, you haven't been so far. Why start now?
I haven't said anything yet.
But I believe the word rubbish was used.
Stand down to this, can't you?
Hit me.
Okay. It feels like, for a while now, your subject matter has become so limited and narrow, with all this navel-gazing. And that's really what I'm trying to say. Your stories have become so narcissistic, self-involved. It's like you're disappearing of your own personal asshole, and your asshole is exactly trying to make it, okay, but it's not. And stupid reflections of your characters, the stupid concerns that I have to wade through. This guy's fascination, lip piercing, and with Cynthia and Nadia, I considered attraction to fall into bed. And when they make up what she's saying. I have to tell you, this whole lesbo scene is so big of male fantasy. I don't even fear it.
Good.
Not laughing with you.
It's meant to be amusing.
Is the intention to be so ludicrous you dismiss the characters and the story and you begin to wonder about the frustrated sexual life of the writer instead?
Wait, just a minute.
Then you have them served up in fetal position every time something is wrong. Makes them come across completely.
Can you hold on a minute? Somebody got him.
Long detour about traumatic childhood bully training. How now he can't stare into a toilet bowl without feeling that he's staring into the abyss of his life. Not going to find the on of America ruined 50s existentialism. There's something so male and unmatched about it. Such a trying to take perfection and doing so without justification.
Good. issue in an Arab context isn't politically charged?
Don't just have your sexual fantasies and political rhetoric. This is a male fantasy, and if anything, reinforces gender stereotypes.
Beg to differ. Cynthia and Nadia become the means by which I get to discuss the Mideast's disastrous gender relationships and how they are desperately trying to break out of that.
You spend 4 full pages out of a 20-page story detailing girl-on-girl acts. 2 of those pages are spent with Nadia's face, with the reader's face along with hers, buried in Cynthia's labia. Where's the politics in that?
I think this is where a tiny bit of cultural misunderstanding rears its head. In America, the personal is political.
In America? In America? In America, everybody disappeared off their personal asshole a long time ago.
And I'm sure that Americans would say that their personal asshole is political. Otherwise, what's the point of politics if it doesn't address what's most closest to oneself? In addition, please note that it is Nadia's face buried in Cynthia's vagina. It is the Arab woman's face buried between the legs of the American woman. Again, the personal being used to address the patronizing effects of Western feminism and American liberalism in general. And the inclusion of Hussein in that bedroom scene is obviously allegorical. Ask the question, what if we all got along? What would that look like?
What happened to you?
Okay, can I ask if this latent hostility disguising itself as criticism is actually related to the story? Because it feels extra textual.
The first stories I read of yours tackled the world we lived in. I love that. I loved you because of that. Now, when there's even more reason to write about what's happening, you've gone all petty. Your stories are like fodder for a stupid talk show without any of the personality that would make a talk show bearable.
Okay, for the record, Americans don't like politics in their art. They think they're being preached at, and then you get accused of being didactic.
And that's preferable to being irrelevant?
I'm not being irrelevant, I just have to be clever about how I go about saying what I want to say. It's actually kind of strangely like writing in a politically repressive regime, except in this case, the police state isn't some baton-wielding goon, but rather the mindset that comes down on you if you dare express anything other than petty domestic matters. But what you read is not that. I want them to think that's what it is, yes, but that's because I have to plot like a stealth ninja, cleverly insinuating what I really want to say without letting on that I'm saying anything at all. So they go away thinking I've said nothing. That big central something that you think is lacking is actually there, underneath it all. It's me cleverly skirting the political meat of the story while putting front and center in a completely invisible way. Would have thought that you, of all people, would have picked up on that.
Record, the reason I wanted to do this face-to-face was because I wanted to tell you that I don't think it's a very good idea for us to see each other anymore.
What, do you mean we should stop Skyping?
No, yes. We should just stop seeing each other.
Well then, how would we communicate then? Regular email, telephone?
We wouldn't communicate.
But we're right in the middle of planning my trip.
I don't think it's a good idea for you to come for the summer.
Well then, when would I see you?
We wouldn't see each other ever again.
Wait, are you breaking up with me?
Yes! I appreciate the difference of time zones when you create the delay in having to see these things in.
You're breaking up with me?
If you step back and objectively look at our relationship, you'd see that it too has been missing a big central something. And this missing part isn't hiding underneath anything or stealthily doing its thing. Much like your stories now, our relationship has become devoid of any real reason to exist.
I knew it.
It stopped having meaning for me.
I knew it. I knew it. You're using my story as an excuse to break up with me. This has nothing to do with my story. For all I know, you love my story. That is so low. Hitting me where it hurts just so you can end something. God, that is so below the belt. Oh my God. Wait a minute, you're actually breaking up with me?
I don't remember you being this backward. For the 2 years you were studying in Cairo, you were smart, you were engaged, curious about the people, the government. Now that you're back in the States, you're slipping back into these non-issues, this garbage of saying nothing at all about things that don't even deserve your attention.
They mean something to the people that live here, that I live with.
No, they think it means something because they keep getting told it means something by people who should know better like you.
Not everything has to be political.
Yes, it does! When your life is on the line, yes, it does!
Not everybody's life is on the line here.
And that's why we have to go our separate ways.
But what does that have to do with us?
Oh, I don't have the luxury of compromising this. I need a partner. Someone who will go down this road with me and fight with me for what I believe in.
I'll fight with you.
No, it won't work.
Fine.
I'm getting the sense your heart is nowhere near the front lines of what we're doing here. You're back in La La Land, and maybe that's where you belong.
You're such an ideologue, you know that? You're disappearing on something yourself, and it's just as dark as any cabinet. And it completely unsexes you, I have to say, from a man's point of view. No, scratch that. From anybody's point of view.
From an American point of view.
From an average person's point of view, it really makes you very unattractive and
psychic?
Ha! If only! The lesbians I know how to have fun and have a sense of humor and be political!
Goodbye, Hafiz!
No, wait, no, I'm sorry, wait, we can't just end it like this. I care for you, I love what you're fighting for. I love your passion, I want to be part of that. Oh my God, you're seeing somebody else, aren't you?
Yes.
You are?
Yes, I've met someone else.
I knew it! Not me! Not my story, it's you! It's been you from the very beginning! Oh my God, you're just a whore.
You know, for someone raised up in America, you have a very Middle Eastern view of women. You know that?
This whole review has been a sham! Not me, it's you! What, I suppose you met at a rally, did you? Eyes locked over a cloud of tear gas? Rubbed shoulders as the police began herding you into the police van? Thrilled at the sound of his sloganeering? Down with the government, down with the regime, democracy now, blah, blah, blah. Is that how it happened? Hands touched as he handed out pamphlets? Did you get all warm inside as you listened to some obvious rhetoric spewing from his mouth as he did everything he could to get into your pants? Was that it? Was that the attraction?
No, he just writes better stories and has a bigger penis. Plus, he's not afraid to put his life on the line, and he doesn't worry about communal toilets if he gets arrested.
A fucking bitch you've become.
You've got me. You've got me. Goodbye, David.
And for the record, my story is clearly relevant to the world I live in. You prove it! Whore, bitch, ball breaker, cheater. Jury's still out about the lesbo part. I nailed you! In this country, that's called portraiture and craft. Admit it! The story was just too accurate for you to take.
There was one good thing about it. It was short. And in that regard, very reflective of its author's stature. Goodbye, Nathan. I hope your life rises above the irrelevancy of your art. I mean that. Sincerely.